Hey, what's going on everyone? Sonder here, coming back with a new series I'm starting called Rags to Riches PokeMMO. This series we will be following a set of rules that I have made up for myself to make different techniques for making money in PokeMMO. This set of rules will be listed in the description below, but for the first video I'll go ahead and walk through them just so you guys get the gist. Just a side note, I am sick while recording this voiceover, so if I sound a little stuffy, that's probably why. Continuing on to the rule set for this season, the first rule is once starting a region, you must stay in that region until purchasing a new one and completing the one you're currently in. This being said, once you do complete a region, you are able to return to it even if you haven't completed the one that you trained. The second rule is the only way to complete a region is to make 10 million Pokeyen in that region. This can be done with any money method that you want to do it with, except the one that is stated in Rule 3. Rule 3 states that marketplace flipping for profit is not allowed during this season. So basically what marketplace flipping is whenever you buy an item or a Pokemon from the GTL at a low price and resell it for a higher price, gaining the profit. Rule 4 and our last rule says that you're able to participate in PokeMMO events, but you're not allowed to count any winnings towards completion of your region. So this being said, if you win first place and say they give out 1500 points, you could resell that on the market for profit. But in this challenge, I'm not allowing that because it'd be a little too easy if you could win these events. So the goals for completion of this season are 4 of the following. 1 is to catch 1 shiny per region. The second is to get 100 million Pokeyen overall. 3 is to complete every region thoroughly, that means everything past Elite 4 as well. And then 4 is to catch a legendary Pokemon. Now these rule sets are nothing but just a starting zone for me, so if you as the viewer think that you want something to be not as hard or something to be harder, feel free to leave a comment and I'll think about putting it in as well. Alright, and with all that being said, we'll go ahead and get right into the video. For this one, we'll go ahead and get the first gym badge, and then we'll call that Episode 1. So the starting region I chose was Unova. The reason I chose this was that it had a lot of good EV grinding spots, the leveling and payday pickup spots were really easily accessible, and it also gave a pretty comparatively early access to the daycare versus something like Kanto, which you have to beat the Elite 4 to get into that. So picking Unova overall just seemed like a lot easier, and then we can always change later whenever we do complete the challenge for Unova. So the starter for Unova that I chose was Oshawott. I didn't really have a meta to follow whenever going into this game because this is my first time playing Black and White, so Oshawott just seemed like the coolest starter to me. Also, just a few side notes, I will be using Bulbapedia for this run through Black and White since I've never played Black and White. It'll be easier to find like hidden items, what trainers, Pokemons they're going to be using, and general stuff like that. I will also be mostly just going through the campaign for the first 4 gym badges before I start any moneymakers because we won't have many areas or Pokemon to catch or money-making methods to do before then, so just so you guys know, that's what we'll be doing. Once making it to Striation City, the Dream Yard is your next destination. Once going there and battling the 2 trainers that are there, you will find yourself talking to the girl on the other side. She will actually give you the opposite element of your starting Pokemon, so since I chose Oshawott, I got a Pansear in return because she thought my Oshawott was pretty poggers. Once obtaining my Fire Monkey, I went ahead and went back into Striation City and into the trainer school, and here I battled one of my friends from back home and stole some Oran berries from him. So after committing theft with my friend from back home, I went ahead and decided that Striation Gym was my next big heist. Walking into the gym, you'll figure out that there's 3 different elements, and that you have to go step on the element that the curtain is weakest to. So the first one will be water, the second one will be the leaf, and then the third one will be the fire. Once you're done breaking into the Striation Gym, you'll be presented against the 3 amigos, and you'll have to battle the type that you're weakest against. So for me, it was the grass type. So finally, after taking all of Salon's money, I went ahead and exited the gym, only to be found and abducted by Fennel and brought to her lab. After being abducted by Fennel, and once I was in her lab, she asked me for a favor, saying she was looking for a bit of dream mist. After leaving the lab, I went ahead and went back to the dream yard, where I used the HM cut that I got from Fennel, and I cut down the tree that was blocking my way. Walking into the dream yard ruins after cutting down the tree, I seen myself faced up against Team Plasma Grunts. Here they were kicking a Muna, trying to get the dream mist out of them. Since I'm not a huge fan of domestic violence, I went ahead and beat both the grunts, and then they were promptly scolded by the Team Plasma leader right afterwards. After seeing the Muna finally return with its mother after being abused by these Plasma members, I thought to myself, what would be the best course of action, and it is to go kidnap the Muna once again and force him to fight for me. So that's what I did. Then I went ahead and returned back to Striation City, and I believe that's where I'm going to go ahead and leave off, since we did get the first gym badge and catch a full party of Pokemon. I think we did a pretty good job for the first episode. So if you guys enjoyed the video, go ahead and leave a like, and even subscribe if you're feeling real good. And if you guys have any suggestions on any changes that you guys want to see, or any money makers that you want to specifically see me do, go ahead and leave those in the comments, and I'll be sure to scroll through those and read them. So that being said, I hope you guys have a great day. See ya.